Good morning, you guys. Happy Wednesday. I can't wait to take you on this crazy training day of mine. Wednesdays are my most packed days, considering all the stuff that I do. I like a simple skincare routine, and I like to drink greens in the morning just because I feel like it wakes me up a little bit. You don't need to drink greens, but I do. And just a little bit of journaling and reading while I drink this kind of nasty tasting green stuff. But again, my colon likes it, so I'm going to give her what she needs, not always what my palate wants. And then I always have to have coffee in the morning. Always. I am an addict. And then we will take the dogs on a 20-minute walk just to kind of wake us up a little bit more and so they can get their steps in too. And I'm out of my creamer today, so we're gonna have to go with the mushroom creamer and finish my 10 minutes of reading with the coffee. Then afterwards, it's time for some contortion training. I don't usually like to do my contortion in the mornings just because my body is all stiff from sleeping, but sometimes if the morning is the only time I have to do it, then we got to do it. We got to train. We got to get it in where we can fit it in. Currently, I am doing contortion every other day. And then on my off days, I will do yoga or some other kind of feel-good, gentle stretching. But always in the mornings, I try to keep my jacket on while I warm up just to put some heat on my joints, and especially my back. My back is the hardest thing to stretch in the morning. My legs aren't too bad, but we're working on it, working on strength as much as we're working on gaining more extreme positions in my training. Definitely need to have both flexibility and strength to do contortion, and it also just complements my overall dancing as well. And I actually really enjoy stretching. I do. It's probably something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I don't know if I'll always be able to do back bends for the rest of my life, but it's my goal to be 90 years old still doing back bends. And there's Ryan getting ready to go to jiu-jitsu. I love that man so much. He makes my life so much easier. But anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour is usually about how much time I have to spend on contortion training. So if I only have 45 minutes, I try to move through the poses quickly and focus more on strengthening within the pose as opposed to just relaxing into it. And I also have to listen to my knee because I've had 2 ACL surgeries, so she doesn't always like to extend. And just doing some mobility exercises, further warming up my back before I did my scorpions, which I'm not going to show you because they were rough. I can usually pull them pretty close to straight, but in the mornings it is near impossible for me to do that, and it wasn't pretty, so I'll let you guys see the warm-up for my scorpions instead. And maybe next video, I'll let you see where my scorpions are at. After my contortion, I got ready for work, and I did my vocal warm-ups in the car while I worked on a new song. And then I signed some checks for my guys, and I usually try to journal in between. Finally eat my breakfast, the most amazing meal of the day. It's like having dessert for breakfast. And I try to walk my dog a couple times throughout the day. And then during my lunch break, I will go to the boxing gym. Right now, I'm only going twice a week. So again, I don't do all this stuff every day, but it's nice to have something to wake me up. Movement wakes me up. Movement makes me feel more energized. I started boxing when I was 17, and I kind of never totally stopped. And then here's my meal prep, again, the same one I've been having for 3 years while I finish up work. And then I get home and talk to my dad, who is my boss, catch him up on everything that's going on at the office, while I do laundry and dishes, and then I must have a snack after work. And I was really, really hungry today, probably from all the training I knew I was gonna do, so I cut up 2 apples and stirred up some of that peanut butter powder, which honestly I won't buy again. And then I taught a private to my girl Lexi, and I was just waiting for her to get there. So dancers, when they're by themselves in an empty studio, they're gonna make use of it. So this is just me trying to work on my technique a little bit. Again, I don't come from a studio background, so I just feel like it's always something that I'm trying to improve and work on. And then Alexi and I learned my heels choreography to When Doves Cry by Prince, and then did myself up a little bit because I had some time to kill. I had my dinner, which was an egg salad, and then I went to Tumbling, and we did a lot of conditioning exercises, which, as you can imagine, I'm like so tired and so sore, but at least Tumbling is fun. So I feel like I have to do all these drills to get to the fun stuff like this, like actually doing my tumbling skills. And currently I'm working on cleaning up my aerials. I do tend to pike a lot, and I have this weird cross-stepping habit. And then just doing some bridge rocks to warm up back handsprings, go back to aerial drills. I could do this all day if my body will allow me. Round off, front handspring, and then I ended the night with taking a dance class from my favorite pro style choreographer, Liz. And I just love this style of dance. And then to force myself to fall asleep, I'll have magnesium and ashwagandha. Finish the night off with my retinol and moisturizer and my 5-minute journal. And then it's finally time to go to sleep. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Love you.